Wait, you're not from London?
So it's October, which means it's Black History Month.
Yes.
I absolutely love Black History Month.
Yeah.
Like, it's just such a good time to celebrate Black history. I think the thing is though, with Black history, I don't know if you guys think this as well, but there's a lot of emphasis on American Black history.
Yeah.
We don't always know a lot about British Black history.
Yeah.
So I know, like, in previous years, like especially since I've moved to London as well, I made kind of an effort to go to like different exhibitions and things that were like celebrating like Black history.
Yeah.
And I know, like, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's been like supermarkets such as Sainsbury's who have like put out statements around like the time that it is now, like Black history, and just saying how they're supporting like and being inclusive and diversity. People are kicking off, you know. People are kicking off. And just a statement that's basically saying we don't welcome like any sort of racism or bigotry, and
it's like they just can't accept it.
To me, it seems like it's really odd because it seems like certain groups of people, like if any other race is celebrated but theirs, they have a proper issue with it. And they just kind of take it in a way, like, just obviously with the Black Lives Matter movement, like, Black Lives Matter translates to no one else matters. It's like, come on,
feeling that was about a break, haven't they? Oh my god, it's Black Lives Matter, and now Black History Month. Kill me. Calm down, isn't it?
It's like all the people are kicking off because Alicia Dixon was wearing a BLM chain or necklace on the face. That's her.
Chilling it.
Received how many complaints and bloody diversity as well. Like
the dance. People are actually writing into Ofcom to complain about a dance. Like, do you understand like how crazy that is?
But I love how Ofcom replied and was like, we're not taking this any further. Are you okay? We ain't taking this any further in it. Like, chill. No,
so ridiculous.
I love it, and I think it's more important to also not even express, but like just know that there's more to our history than just slavery. Like, there's so much that happened before slavery. It's only a small snippet of our history, and there's so much great things to be celebrated. Like, we always talk of, well, especially for us just coming from like Caribbean heritage, that like start of the Windrush generation of sort of our descendants that come over here and things like that. And just celebrating all types of Black history, Caribbean, African history. There's so much of it, and it's such a vast pool that I literally learn things all the time of Black history that I just didn't know myself, and know about new people and things and different sort of islands, places that we've never been, or there's just so much things to indulge in, and we all should make a conscious effort to know more about it, because when we was at school, we was never ever taught it. The closest I got to Black history was learning about the Egyptians, and it only in my adult years took for me to know that like Egypt is a part of Africa. So it's actually part of our own history. Do you know what I mean? And to think it's something that was skimmed over in school, or was a part of a school major
at school at all.
So it's something that we
really should. Like, at the end of the day, the UK is a very diverse place. So it should be covering more than King Henry VIII. Like, like,
we're still talking about him. Yeah, definitely. So it's important to remember that as well. We wasn't just slaves, and we have an extensive history outside of that, and so much things. And like you said, just Black British history. Like,
I definitely need to clear myself up more on like Black British history, like in general.
Definitely.
Like
I suppose
something to learn.
And I guess the good thing, kind of like that's obviously come out of what's happened this year and whole Black Lives Matter movement, is a lot of businesses are like making more of an effort now. I
love it
around like being more diverse and like highlighting Black History Month, because like even like from a personal perspective, when I work for like other organisations, they'll just brush over Black History Month like it's like nothing. It's a whole October. You see things like in the media everywhere, and you ain't even going to address that it's Black History Month.
No, the classic one in the office is, oh, it's Black. We're celebrating Black History Month today. Oh yeah, we're serving jerk chicken and rice and peas in the canteen.
Don't get me started. No.
Or we brought in some like black treats or things, like, you know, just like things that they feel like is to celebrate our culture is jerk chicken and rice and peas. Like, there's more to us than this.
Yeah.
And then
they don't even do it good.
And then they don't even do it good.
Like,
And then
sunny rice
like, and I'm like saying like there's other parts of like there's not just like Caribbean black food, there's there's African black food, and like you're not even doing like the things that you feel are like commercial or deemed appropriate, like great, so just don't do it and listen to like the black people in your organisation that are not for it. Or if you run an idea past them and they're like or they don't attend your event that you're trying to put on for the office, just know that it's not for us. That we have no part in it, and that you're not doing it correctly. But it's okay for you to ask what we would prefer. It's okay for you to have those conversations and just say, we want you included about something that we're trying to make diverse and make accessible for everybody. What do you think we should do? Those questions are okay, and we don't ever want people to feel like excluded and not feel like you can't speak to us. That's the thing. I think, like, especially being where we come from, we built up such a barrier in the working environment, especially being in media, that there's not much of us. So you feel like you don't even have to address anything to do with Black History or Black History Month or commemorate the time, or you just feel like you'll do it and not ask the people what they want.
Yeah,
it's very simple.
There's no point if you're gonna like at least, you know, make the effort. Like, don't assume. Just ask the people or get people of that background within the committee who's organising the events. Like, it's really not that difficult.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, the people that are on like the committees, like you say, I feel like that itself needs to have more diverse people in too.
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
just black people. We need the white people in there as well to
to understand
other white people too, and like teach them like this is what you need to be attending, like attending this or learning about this or whatever. So.
It's always an education, and it's not like I want to sit there in a meeting and preach at you of what I am. I just want you to accept me and understand what it means for me. Like,
exactly,
it's not a normal thing. Even something as just thinking of a situation that happened to me this week, just as something as simple as being shown around a building and it starts raining outside and knowing that I've got a straight hair now, but I don't want it to get wet, so I'm staying. You might be showing me something, but I'm trying to stay undercover because I don't want my hair to get wet. And you just not thinking that I'm not sort of being accepting or participating in the task, but just accepting that, understanding why I would be selling that, not making a big deal out of it.
Yeah, it's an education.
That's so true.
Yeah.
There's things that you don't think of like that, you just do, and then like people don't understand.
Why I'm doing this. Do you know what I mean?
So true.
So yeah, like Kim, I definitely agree. Just obviously, not even just white people, any other ethnicities that don't understand what we do or what we are or who we are as people. Just you learning more about us, so we can all be in a safe space together and we can all learn off each other. Look how much times we learn about other different cultures and other different beings, and it's something that we all have to learn. But just wanting to be an active member of those sort of conversations is all we ask.
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
Well said. Couldn't have said it better myself.
So yeah, loving and living for Black History Month as per.
It's going to be different like with the events as well, because obviously a lot of it is going to be like virtual. I need to do some research and see what's going on. Like,
yes, definitely.
My organisation is putting on like different talks and stuff, and they did like a good panel with a few like black women within the organisation, and it brought up a lot of like frank topics and like discussions, and it was like actually really, really good. And one of the things that came up, but I'm sure we might have touched on this before, is when you're think about a time. Have you ever been interviewed by a black person? Number one, like for a job,
Nope.
or like even a black woman.
Nope.
Never.
Like,
Like, isn't that like mad to think? I've never ever been interviewed for a job by a black person.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm trying to think.
I've never been in a room in that situation where I felt like there's a safe, like I'm a safe, like I've got a common voice then.
And one of the women on the panel said that she interviewed like a black girl, and that was one thing that she said to her afterwards. She was like, I can't believe like you've interviewed me, like I've never and she was, and it obviously made her feel good because she was like, I'm that person that's given a positive experience and given that representation for that more junior person, and they can see that there's someone in X role like that, you know, you can see yourself doing the same thing. So
it's crazy,
isn't it?
I can't believe that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that's never happened to me.
Yeah, usually like interviewed by white males or like white.
I've been interviewed by a lot of white males. Not even just like females, but white males definitely. Yeah. Mad. Yeah, so absolutely here for Black History Month.
Yeah, for it.
And also like drop us any like links or share the knowledge, anything that you might think's great, drop it in the comments.
And any black businesses as well.
Oh my god, yes, black businesses.
Trying to spend more coin with black owned businesses.
Absolutely. And there's so much, we know people in all walks of life that do so much different stuff, and it's really helped like other people posting other people, like other businesses as well, because like I found so much things or so much services that I've needed that are run by black people, and I'm like, I didn't even know this was a thing, like and I know how talented our people are, so I'm like, I don't understand why there isn't. It just wasn't something we knew about.
And what was nice that came off the back of like that whole like obviously George Floyd thing and everything that followed after was the amount of, like you're saying, like Black Pound Day, and the amount of people sharing the business, like you're saying, researching them all, like people actually wanting to spend money in them, and I think it was nice. I feel like I've never felt like the black community come together more so than this year.
Absolutely,
it was needed, and I feel like we've been crying out here and there, but it's not been as like unified and like solidified as now. So like, I'm completely here for it, man, and they continue. I don't want it to die down. Like, the momentum, I don't want it to like slow. And I feel like it's slowed a little bit, but it's still there. And we're still talking about it. So
just knowing that, and as well because we're one generation, but the generation behind us are so involved, so like they're even bigger. Like I feel like they're even bigger warriors. Have you ever noticed with like your mom, your dad, your aunties, your uncles that they feel tired, like they've done the fight, they've given up, and they just haven't got it in them anymore. So when they see us like giving it the big and out there and doing the things that they've done all those years ago, they're like encouraging you to do it because they can't do it anymore. The fight's gone, they've done it, they've played their part, they've done all they can do. So that's exactly how I felt about our generation below us.
Generations to come, it's just gonna
they have to continue it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but
who knows if we'll live to see the day like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think we will.
I don't think we will,
but we have to be hopeful. We have to be hopeful, and we can't not give up the fight. Like we can't just say pack it in, but here we are. We move.
Did
I look to read it?
No.
Yeah, so Black History Month. Let us know what you're doing for Black History Month and how you're doing to commemorate the month.
I'd love to know how other people are commemorating it.
And what your work's doing as well, like if you work
if your work gives a damn or not.
And if they do give a damn, send in pictures of the jerk chicken and rice and peas at them.
Please.
We'd love to see that.
You know what I mean? Those ones. But yeah. Cool. Black Lives Matter doing baby. Black History Month. Okay. So thanks for watching, guys.
Make sure to head over to our social channels at NotFromLDN on Instagram and Twitter.